And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about legislative efforts to have California designated an official test site for unmanned aircraft, in other words, drones. My guest this segment is Steve Fox, a member of the State Assembly from Palmdale. Thanks very much for being with us.
My pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity to give you additional information.
I'd be glad to have it. When we talk about drones, we're not talking about, I guess we ought to say this up front, not the drones that are in Afghanistan killing people.
No.
But we're talking about drones for domestic use, and it's a growing business, really.
We're talking a myriad of different options. I promised my community jobs, and what we discovered is that the federal government approved for there to be 6 corridors, 6 airspaces where drones would be allowed to be built. In other words, put the corridor and the business will come. We discovered that California had not put in the application. So we issued legislation, Assembly Bill 737, to have California designated one of those areas. So what we're doing is we're getting everybody together, we're getting all the specialists, and we're putting forth the application concept, where then once it's applied, and we believe that California is the perfect site for it. In fact, my district, which will be a variety of areas, I'm in Palmdale, Lancaster, and Mojave. Now, Mojave is right next to Edwards Air Force Base. We have restricted Air Force space up there to fly, which is one of the components which are needed for drones. We also have manufacturers in the area, and we definitely have people that need jobs. So we put those together and we will apply, and the drones, they're not going to fly over your neighborhood. These are a myriad of purposes. If you've got a fire, they can put out fires and they can save lives. And if it's a military use, instead of putting an American citizen's life at risk, we're putting a machine at risk. So it solves a lot of different problems, and it's going to create, we speculate approximately 100,000 jobs over the next 20 years.
And millions, tens of millions of dollars, really.
Our speculation is $89 billion will come into the state of California. So this is and it won't cost the taxpayers a penny. In other words, once it's designated, the manufacturers will now have a place where they can build. Right. And they will come into our area, they will hire our people, they will build the drones, and we will end up with people with jobs that they can feed their families.
Right. And these drones, just to reiterate, are for disaster relief, to count endangered species, for example, can be for port security. I mean, all sorts of domestic use.
They can have domestic, but if they decide they want military, they can use it it's for testing.
Right.
It's not for actual use.
Right.
So this gives an opportunity for them to design, test, and come up with the right type of drone for the right purpose in restricted Air Force space. So it's not going to spy over someone's home or anything like that. We're deeply concerned about that too, but we're going to create jobs, and that's a key factor.
I understand the FAA is saying that within the next 5 years, there are going to be something like 10,000 drones operating in the U.S.?
We speculate that, and the FAA is the one who's going to make the final determination as to which application. 8 states have already applied. We think California is the best place, the home of aeronautics. We're the best territory. We have all the components that are needed to create those drones.
You have some competition. Ventura County wants to be a test site too.
Well, Ventura County is also California. So whichever area gets it, obviously the business is going to come to our state. My understanding now is that the 2 different application groups are working together, and we're hopefully that they can build a bridge and we can have one application and we can put a united front for our state.
And that's been a question, is how come you haven't merged until now?
My understanding is it looks like they are merging, and I'm very happy about that. My big thing was, could I bring jobs, good jobs, not minimum wage jobs, but living wage jobs to my state?
All right. Well, it's a fascinating subject. Best of luck moving forward. Assemblyman Fox, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
And thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on My Government On Demand, also on YouTube. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.